Okay, let's talk about a simple, science-backed trick that could totally change how you learn and remember things. It's called the 5-minute rule, and honestly, it might just be the most powerful yet easiest learning hack you'll ever come across.
I mean, you've been there, right? You finish reading a chapter, you watch a tutorial, you sit through a whole meeting, and then just moments later, it feels like all the important stuff just, poof, vanished into thin air. It is so frustrating.
But here's the thing. It's not your fault. It's not a personal failure at all. This is literally your brain doing exactly what it's designed to do. It's kind of like a survival mechanism, really. I mean, your brain is just getting slammed with information all day long, so it has to be picky about what it actually holds on to.
So yeah, it's got this built-in filter. It's constantly tossing out stuff it thinks is unimportant just to save space for what really matters. The big challenge for us, then, is figuring out how to send a really clear signal to our brain about what is important and what's actually worth keeping.
And that is exactly where this technique comes in. The best way to think about the 5-minute rule, it's like the manual save button for your brain. You know, it's that specific command you give that basically says, hey, this part is important. We're going to need this later.
So what is it exactly? Well, it's incredibly simple. It's a learning trick where you take just 5 minutes to actively, and I mean actively, review new information right after you've learned it.
And that immediate review, that's the crucial signal. It tells your brain's filtering system, whoa, hold on, don't throw this one away. This one's a keeper. That simple action is what helps shuttle knowledge from your brain's short-term workbench into its long-term storage.
And you know what the best part is? It's just 5 minutes. That's the real beauty of this whole thing. It's not about spending hours cramming. It's this tiny investment of time that pays off in a huge way with retention. It's so short, there's really no excuse not to do it.
All right, so how do we actually turn this cool idea into a practical habit? Let's break it down into a super simple 3-step process you can literally start using today.
Okay, the process is just a simple loop. First, obviously, you learn something new, a concept, a fact, whatever it is. Second, and this is the absolute key, you immediately start your 5-minute review. And then finally, you test yourself to see where the gaps are and you correct them. So learn, review, test. It's really that straightforward.
But what does an active review actually look like? Well, this isn't just passively reading your notes again. No. Try summarizing the, say, 3 biggest ideas. Then, write them out in your own words. That forces you to really understand it. Even better, try saying it all out loud without looking at your notes. And then, check your work. What did you miss? Going back and correcting those mistakes is how you build those really strong memory connections.
Now, as powerful as this is, there are a few common traps that can make it way less effective. So let's quickly cover what not to do so you can get the most out of this awesome technique.
The biggest, most common mistake is just rereading your notes. That's totally passive. The real magic happens with what's called active recall, forcing your brain to pull the information out of memory all on its own. See, the goal isn't just to recognize the information, it's to be able to reproduce it. And here are 2 other big mistakes you want to avoid. First, waiting too long. If you wait an hour, your brain has already started dumping that information. That immediately after part is absolutely critical. And second, don't just try to memorize a string of words. Focus on actually understanding the concept. Your memory loves to hang on to meaning.
Oh, and here's a pro tip for when you really want to make something stick, try to teach it. Yep, explain the concept to a friend, your partner, anyone who will listen, or even just to yourself out loud. The act of organizing your thoughts so you can explain it to someone else is one of the most powerful memory tools there is.
So why is this simple little rule so effective in the long run? Well, it's not just about one single 5-minute session. It all comes down to the power of habit.
This whole technique is basically the polar opposite of a late-night cram session. It's not about intensity, it's all about consistency. Think of each 5-minute review like doing one small rep at the gym for your brain. You're just making that neural pathway a little stronger and a little more efficient every single time.
And that's really the big takeaway here. These small 5-minute habits, when you repeat them day after day, they have this incredible compounding effect. They can totally transform your ability to learn and recall things. It's like a small key that unlocks this huge potential.
So, I guess the only question left is, what are you going to learn with your next 5 minutes? What new idea are you going to lock into your memory the moment this is over?